And speaking of a resource here in our community, we have Koral Delatierra of Niceness, our own local reggae band.
Thanks, Colin, for having us.
It's nice to see you.
Yeah.
So you guys, well, before we get into the whole how you guys get together, how they found you, right? Because they were doing something different beforehand, right? And then you guys got together. I want to know about you, how you came here, and what your Telluride story is.
Yeah, so I was blessed to kind of grow up here. My folks came here in '87 and built a home here in '91.
Amazing.
And I always considered these mountains my home. And I went off and to school and traveled throughout Latin America, came back, was in California for a couple years, and got an opportunity to manage the farm and intern program at Shining Mountain Herbs in Ridgeway.
Oh, cool.
So in 2010, I moved back to Ridgeway to farm here in the mountains. And then a year later, moved up onto the Mesa. And that next year was when Niceness all kind of came to. And that was, good reason to stick around.
And how did, so that's great. So growing up here, so did you grow up here in the 80s and 90s? Like
Yeah.
or were they built in 91?
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit of a different place.
Yeah.
Radically, I would say. Do you still feel some of that spirit in Telluride?
I do. Luckily, town can't grow too much, and 5 minutes any direction, you're in the woods, and
and you're up on the mesa, so you're like technically in the woods still.
Yeah.
And then tell me how is it that you emerged out of the woods and that informed Niceness, or how did that all come about?
Yeah, I mean, thanks be to Facebook. It's kind of funny. But just hanging out at Tompton Farm a bit, and an old friend who used to volunteer there. We used to play music all the time in the greenhouse, and he posted a video once of us online, and or of a freestyle that I did with him, and Tom Mann heard it and wrote me and said, "Hey, do you like reggae?" And that was the beginning.
And you were like, I hate reggae. No, you obviously like reggae. But that's great. You were internet famous. And they sought you out.
I mean, not really. I was totally embarrassed when my friend posted it. And when they approached me, to be honest, I thought, oh my gosh, I don't know if I could do this. And
have you ever performed before? Had you performed before?
Not really.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Because your band is really good.
They're
the band is really good.
Oh my gosh. It's amazing. And nothing, no better confidence booster than to be up there with such talented musicians. So.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know out there, this girl wails. You're really good. You're really good. So, so tell me now. You guys, we had Catherine Warren at the top of the show. She does a segment called the Warren Commission. She talks about upcoming things, and there's something upcoming for you guys on Friday, March 16th, which is a concert at the Opera House, which will most likely sell out. She said because your album release party, which was that last year?
It was. Last
Sold
January.
Out.
Yeah, it was.
They turned away 75 people at the door.
That was so awesome.
Yeah. You're so excited about it.
Oh, it was like a dream. So,
yeah,
we're really excited to be there this Friday, and we've got our friends Melanie Kent and Helen and Bridget and Dandelion, an all-girl local group.
Cool.
Blues, rock, country, reggae, fusion. They got originals and covers, and they're going to be opening the night. And
what does the band do? Is it sort of a mix of covers and originals, or is it like
Niceness? Nowadays we're mostly originals, which is really fun, and I love soul, and so we do a lot of soul Motown covers.
Nice.
Stevie Wonder, Etta
Amazing.
James, Nina Simone. So that's kind of our unique twist. Those are more of our covers, not too many reggae covers.
Yeah.
And a lot of original music.
How does it, when you are a musician by trade or anything like that, or I mean in the sense of like, have you done this kind of work before? Have you been with bands or anything like that? Like, how do you guys work together in terms of rehearsal?
Well, this is my first band. All these guys have been in bands on and off together since the early 80s. I mean, back in the early 90s, I used to sneak in to see some of them play.
Oh my God. Oh.
So it's like, yeah, pretty wild.
Like excited to have you, but also a constant reminder that they're older.
Yeah.
So you guys get together and rehearse a bunch and those kind of things?
Yeah, at least once a week.
Cool.
And usually run set lists and then bring new music to the table. Basie and I get together a lot, the keyboard player, and scheme on new ideas and then bring it to the band. And
Nice. And you write as well.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Almost all the lyrics I've written.
Amazing.
And, a few of the tunes brought together. And it's been a big learning curve, just not having the technical musical background, but just feeling so blessed for their graciousness and support of being patient with me, expressing ideas and working with me to bring them to fruition, which is really awesome.
You're a very gentle, soft-spoken person, I must say. And that might be coming through the camera right now, but not so much on stage. I mean, gentle and lovely, but but powerful on stage. And if we wanted to see you, we would go this Friday to the Opera House, or March 16th, Friday, March 16th, to the Opera House. You should get your tickets because it's probably going to sell out. Is there anything that we're going to see that's new, or some new stuff that you guys are working on, or anything like that?
Yeah, we've got a few new tunes, some new Spanish tunes.
Great.
And yeah, some funky new tunes. And yeah, I just want to take the opportunity to come together and just celebrate life and give thanks. And it's been a rough year for a lot of people in the community. And
That's right.
a lot of, so it's an opportunity to come together in the spirit of oneness and celebrate each other and remember what we're grateful for.
That's a lovely thing to go on. Coral, thank you so much for being here with me.
Thank you.
And stick around to the end of the show because we're going to see a little video of a former song that you guys did with Niceness.